Hey, Brian Olson here again, and welcome to the Bulk Sourcing Playbook. Now, most sellers find one product at a time and wonder why sourcing feels like a full-time job. You're about to learn how to find thousands of ASINs in minutes, not months, not weeks, not even days, minutes. Here's what most sellers think that sourcing is: finding good products to resell. And that's really not it anymore. Sourcing is about finding existing listings with authorized sources at scale, by the hundreds, by the thousands. Okay, the products are already out there. You just need the right process to match them up. And this playbook turns hunting into harvesting. It really is a force multiplier, or as my good friend Jimmy Smith would say, leverage. Now, in the next few modules, you're going to see 4 workflows that change everything. The first workflow is the store ID selection process that I use when I'm using Keepa. Now, this is going to be your foundation if you like the storefront stocking method, which is personally my favorite method of finding things to sell. But if you get this wrong, your whole list gets polluted with garbage. So I spent a few minutes covering how important this is and how to do it. The second workflow is then we're going to take those results that we got from Keepa and we're going to run them through ArbiSource. This is the power move, all right? When you upload the ASINs, you're going to get supplier matches back in a matter of minutes. The third workflow is a custom store scan. This is maybe my favorite part of ArbiSource. You can scan any online store, virtually any store. I haven't come across one I haven't been able to scan yet, even if it's not in the ArbiSource database. So you know that store that maybe is a regional store that doesn't, they have an online presence, but they're not in any of the bulk sourcing tools that are out there. You can actually create your own very quickly on the fly, and you don't have to be a programmer to do it. Now, the fourth workflow is the manual store scan. So you can use any of the 240 plus stores that are already built into ArbiSource and scan them, the whole store, or a particular subcategory within that store. Now, here's the thing that most people miss. Okay, this isn't about getting rich next week. We're in this for the long haul, right? So our goal is to build a viable ASIN database. Now, I don't cover which database software or program to use here, but I'll name 3 that I have used in the past, and I think they are all viable. Number 1 is 3P Mercury. It's currently the one that I'm using today. I'm not going to give you a reference for that or a referral code. The second one is Replan Dashboard. Same thing. I've used it in the past. A great place to store your viable ASIN database. And then CheddarSoft, which is part of the OA Cheddar universe. Like, you can store all of your CheddarSoft, your OA Cheddar leads in CheddarSoft, as well as leads from outside in that system. So you've got multiple options here. You're not tied to any single one of them, or you can go old school and just store it in an Excel database. Not that I recommend that. Now, you're going to match thousands of ASINs to suppliers, okay? All of them profitable today? It's a rhetorical question. Of course not, okay? Some of them will be, but some of them will be profitable next month or the month after that. We're playing the long game here, so we're building this database of business intelligence that we're going to be able to leverage again and again. Because guess what? Prices shift. Amazon changes. Suppliers change. But if you've got a database of, let's say, 10,000 viable ASINs with supplier links, you can just filter for what's profitable today and go. That's the IP, the intellectual property. That's the real power. Now, most sellers are chasing one product at a time, and as a result, they're going to burn out. I've seen it over and over again as a coach in this industry. But the ones who last, they're the ones building databases. They source in bulk. They play the long game, and that's what we're learning to do here, okay? Now, each video in this series is short, between 4 and 14 minutes, because I've heard from people who are like, gosh, if I just have to watch videos all day, I'll never get it done. So I'm trying to be as short and impactful as possible with these videos. You can get real results in as little as 20 minutes if you want. Here's what you're going to see. Module 2 is going to walk you through finding the right store IDs in Keepa. If you're using bulk storefront stocking as your primary method, this is going to really up your game. Module 3 is going to show you the live process, how I literally turned 4,700 ASINs from one store into 3,500 supplier matched products on Amazon in about 3 minutes. Now, modules 4 and 5 show you how to scan stores individually. Maybe an off-the-beaten-path store that you love to shop at, or other stores that aren't already in the ArbiSource universe. But then you're also going to have access to scan any of the 240 plus stores that are already in ArbiSource. Module 6 is going to wrap it all up with that bonus that I promised you, the Keepa filter strategy that most sellers are completely missing. And it's something that will add the cherry to the top of your sundae. Now, don't overthink this, okay? Just watch the next module, try one of the workflows, and see what happens. Remember, you can have whatever world that you want, but you have to build it. And that's what we're doing here. You ready? Let's go test some more ASINs.